My name is G, and today I want to walk through how to install the OSE 3D Printer Workbench for beginners. Now, I previously covered how to install the Workbench, but that video tutorial featured some advanced concepts like the command line, and I realize that not everyone is comfortable or familiar with the command line. So today's tutorial is going to be strictly 100% GUI, just clicking buttons, really easy, really simple. And the first thing that I want you to do is to download FreeCAD, and in particular FreeCAD 16. I want to cover this for two reasons. One is it's important that you get 16 and not some other version like 17, 18, or 19. And the reason why we want to standardize on a particular version is that we don't want to deal with version discrepancies of where the Workbench has some bug because you're using some later, older version of FreeCAD. If we all use the same version, then everything should kind of work for everyone, and we don't even have to deal with that problem. The second reason is that the method that you choose to install FreeCAD will possibly affect the location in which you need to install the Workbench. So if you install it the way that I'm going to show you today, then you'll know that you'll also need to place the Workbench in the particular place that I'll show you. One other caveat is this video is I personally use and run Ubuntu. This also happens to be the image that we use for the OSE Linux distribution that you can get on a bootable USB drive and do OSE development on. So if you're on another operating system such as Windows or Mac OS, you're either going to need to get OSE Linux, get Ubuntu on like some kind of dual boot system like I have, or read in between the lines of this tutorial, and if you run into issues, feel free to drop me some comments and I'll try and help you out. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into how to download and install FreeCAD. So what I'll first do is I'll navigate to a page on the open source psychology wiki called FreeCAD. Link to this will be included in the description of the video. I'll scroll down a bit. I'll see a FreeCAD download section, and underneath that I'll see a FreeCAD 0.16 AppImage subsection. So if you're on Windows or Mac OS, I recommend you click this little link and go to the download page on the FreeCAD wiki and try and install it on your own. And if you're on Linux, you should be able to follow me along on this approach, because the AppImage, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a portable application format, so you can just have an executable and double click it and run. So it's like a portable format if you're familiar with that. So what I'm gonna do is download the AppImage file, which you can get from the FreeCAD 16 GitHub releases page. There's also a nice convenient link here on the wiki, and it's got a crazy file name. I'm just gonna rename it to FreeCAD 16, all lowercase, just for simplicity's sake, and save it to my desktop, but you can save it anywhere where you'll remember to go look for it. And it's a large file, so while that's downloading, I'll start talking about how to install the Workbench actually. So you'll navigate to the GitHub Repository. A link to this will be included in the description of the video. You'll click the green clone or download button, and what I want you to do is download a zip. And I'll also save that to my desktop. The default file name is fine. And it looks like my AppImage finished downloading, so I'm going to try and execute and run FreeCAD now. And we'll get this message. And the reason why we're getting this message is because I haven't told my operating system that this AppImage should be available to be executed. So I can right click it and click Properties, and then I can go to Permissions, and then I see this Execute, and I'm going to check this checkbox that allows me to execute this file as a program. So now that I've done that, I'll double click it again, and yeah, we'll see that FreeCAD starts to boot up. And awesome, yep, it's working. Just to maybe test out, load up the draft workbench. Yep, so my installation seems to be good. That was really simple, and now I have FreeCAD 16 installed. Next, I will check on the download of the workbench, which looks like it's complete. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and extract that zip file on my desktop. And then I'm gonna cut the extracted contents, or the folder, and I'm gonna navigate to my home directory. And what you're gonna want to do is show hidden files and folders. This is how you do that in Ubuntu 18.04. And there should be a hidden FreeCAD folder, which I see right here. And when you run that AppImage, it should create this .FreeCAD folder like this. And there are two folders that go in here. The one I'll talk today is the mod directory, or module. This is where workbenches will go. So I'll go ahead and create a new folder called capital M lowercase o lowercase d for modules. Go into the mod directory, and then I'm going to paste in the workbench. So now that's there, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my desktop and rerun FreeCAD 16. And click the drop down to look for workbenches, and I'll see there I have the OSE 3D printer workbench, and I can start designing 3D printers just like that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. If you run into issues or have any questions, please let me know, and I'm happy to help out. Thank you so much for watching.